all my viewers, I want to ask y'all a question. Okay, have y'all ever had bulletproof coffee? Well, if you're like me, nope, you have not had none of that stuff. Yes, I know you're looking at me like, you're supposed to be a man of God, and you got your hat on backwards. And you're the actual Isaac David Brigmond, who is brother Pastor Isaac David Brigmond of the Christian Hearts Christian Fellowship Online Ministry. And you got your hat on backwards. Hey, that does not make you a sinner. What makes you a sinner is if you go join a gang. Your hat on front or backwards doesn't make you any different. And besides, I always told y'all that it's not what I look like that was the issue. It's how I presented the message to you. So overlook junk like that. Don't let it get to you. Just say, he's trying to talk to us right now about something. Okay, a lot of you people are like me. You've never had bulletproof coffee before, and you're hearing so much about it. My first ever experience with knowing about it was when I seen a video on YouTube about Jim Carrey talking with Norm Macdonald about it. He gave them some and they all liked it. So the point I'm making is it really bad for you? Because I did see a video where they said there were reasons why bulletproof coffee was bad for you. So with that being said, what do y'all think? I mean, I can't say whether I would like it or not because, if you ever knew me personally, you'd know I was an experimental type guy. I don't mean experimental in the bad way, I mean good way. Like, try something that's non-alcoholic that would work and stuff like that. I don't mean like, I told you, bear with me, I'm a little tired right now. Well, when you know what? They never did say, no one ever said that working for God was going to be easy. Neither did they say that you would be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed 24/7. Nope. There'll be them days when you deal with God and you please Him and you've done everything God told you to do that day. It wore you slap out. And that's what happens with me. Like, you had church with me this morning. My congregation, you had church with me this morning on the Christian Hearts Christian Fellowship Online Ministry. Then you turned around and then y'all went to church and I went to church, but you went to whatever church you went to. And I went to the church I go to. And so then I went this morning and we had a guest speaker. And I actually knew the guest speaker before he, I might as well say he was a preacher who was also a friend of mine, and I already knew who he was, and he did a good service. And then we had, after that, we came home for so many hours. You could go take a nap if you wanted to or not. You eat lunch, then you go right back to church, and then you had, at 6 o'clock we had a sing, and then we had a fish fry. Let me tell you something. Eating fish at church, especially this church, it's good. I've had fried fish before, but whoo, man, was it good. And I'm happy. Now I'm just ready for my better half to come back. I miss her so much. Y'all probably get tired of me so much doing these videos and stuff, but I don't care. I do it because I love doing videos, and plus I love the Lord, and plus I love the ministry that He gave me. So, and besides, I have to ask y'all like questions. I have to just come up to you and ask you questions on here. Do you know anything about that bulletproof beer? Beer coffee. What did I say? Beer. Scratch that. I didn't mean beer. If you want to drink beer, you better drink root beer. The only beer I'll approve of. And even then, it better be diet root beer. He's like, ew. Oh, no. You got to understand. I have a diet I've put myself on that if I drink any sodas, it's got to be diet sodas. And I drink bottled water, tea that is sweetened with sweetener, coffee, but don't be loading it with all that sugar. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. Especially when I have to check my blood every day. Yes, I am one of those guys. And to make sure my blood don't get whacked out. Be up there in the sky high mountains, you gotta take some metformin. Yep, I'm a metformin man. So you know what kind of health problems I've got. And just pray for me, folks, because I don't like being like that, but what can you do? Just do what God says. Take your metformin, check your blood, and pray for my mental stability. I'm a bad, forgetful person, and there's been a lot of times I'll not do something and then find out I should have done it, or I really don't know what it is. And God knows whatever my mental problem is, but beyond that, I'm a normal guy. I mean, you should see I'm normal because look at what I do on here. I mean, I'm not trying to put on no airs or no show. I'm just being what I am. And if being what I am is crazy, I'm crazy. But if being what I am is not crazy, if I have a mental issue that is known as a type of forgetfulness that makes me, let's see how you put it, where you do things like you go somewhere and then I was supposed to do something, I didn't do it, and then I was told, well, why didn't you do it that way? And then it's like, because I forgot to do it, and it happens more than normal forgetfulness. Yeah, you kind of get messed up on that. And it bothers me because people think I'm supposed to remember everything, and I can't. I'm not that man. I'm not that guy. I can't remember everything. So I got to do what I got to do. And that kind of bothers me because it makes me feel uncomfortable for that because I feel like I've just let some folks down because they get all mad at me for it because I can't remember something, and I have to let them know I can't help it. I don't want to forget this stuff. You come on. And I have to keep myself on track with time. So there's that to think of too. But make fun of me all you want. Just pick on me. I know. But you know what? I don't care. I really don't care anymore. I'm gonna got to the point now where if you want to make fun of me, go right ahead. What can you do? I mean, because God knows the real me, so what have you got on me? Nothing. So you might as well just let that stuff go and say you're going to talk to me like you're supposed to. I mean, I'm not trying to get pity. I'm not trying to get sympathy. Excuse me, I'm trying to fix this word will be angled right. Okay, maybe I should do it like this and maybe have it going good. In a minute. I was trying to, I may have to lean over some. I'll get it one day. Alright, let's bear with me. Even if it's the corner or not. I'm doing the best I can right now. Alright, maybe that'll work. But no, I'm just saying, we can't be getting all upset at every Tom, Dick, and Harry for everything he did. I mean, I know, and it does seem like that these Tom, Dicks, and Harry, as you call them, like Dick Tracy, Dirty Harry, Tom Clancy, Dick Tracy, Dirty Harry. It's a joke. I mean, I'm just saying. I know that you think that these guys are bad folks because they have their issues. But if you really took and went to the meat of it all, as the old saying goes, meat and potatoes of it all, you would really see that these people are not that bad, and you don't need to be picking on because they don't do nothing hardly. I mean, if they're normal guys and they live their life normal, then you pretty much are telling the world that you'd rather make fun of them than to try to pray for them and to try to help them out in that form. So, Joe Blow, how's that make you feel now? How's that make you feel? Knowing that you just took a grown man, who was harmless grown man, and you just made fun of him. Does it make you feel good now? No, it don't. It should make you feel terrible that you disobeyed God and you just listened to yourself and you said, "Self, I didn't want to deal with this." Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly or nothing, but do you not realize that when you start trying to pick on somebody that you don't know about and you really don't know them well enough, you don't have a right to say nothing. You don't. So you might as well just drop the subject because you're actually making yourself look bad when you do this stuff. You think it's that you got this guy on the run. Oh, this guy's here. If I make fun of him, then I look good. But that's just making yourself look bad. Then you got to go back and say, "Hey, I screwed up then." Oh, had you ever thought about? Oh, yes, you did. Because you pretty much decided that what you wanted to do with that dude was more important than being honest. Honesty was not the best thing to do. I mean, of course, no, it wasn't because you didn't want to see it that way. You didn't want to see it like that because that had to make you have to be honest yourself. And heaven forbid you had to be. Heaven has already done tried to make you abide to him. You won't do it. So, in other words, pick on people and see God really rain down on you about it. And when he does, you're sitting there like, don't cry about it. You was told not to make fun of somebody because they were different than you. Well, I guess you just don't get it. It's not that people are trying to say, "Hey, I want to make fun of you today," or something, or "I want to not make fun of you," or something. It's just that these people have spent most of their lives trying to make a life for themselves and for other people, for that matter. And you got this thing all backwards, butt backwards. I gotta fix that door. But you gotta make out. Like you gotta do things butt backwards to make the point. You done made your point. Yes, I'm wearing a mesh shirt. It's a shirt you can wear around the house. It's a t-shirt. Just a plain out t-shirt. But you've made your point, folks. When you pick on folks that you don't know nothing about, you have pretty much just decided that these people, these honest people that never done you dirty, have now done something that has offended you, and you have to air your feelings out to that person. How do you feel now, man? Got them all boo-hooing over there because you decided that your opinion meant more than trying to make friends with them. I mean, I'm not making fun of you, neither am I trying to, but you got to wake up, wise up, smart up, and understand. There ain't no need in this crying and whining and mess. Okay, Okay, now I get it. There's no need in this whining and crying and mess over stuff that you could have avoided if you'd have just turned around and said, "Look here, I'm going to do what God told me to do." But you had to be that guy that decided that today was the day that you picked on the wrong man. I was starting out as a video on have any of y'all ever had bulletproof coffee, and then it just spiraled out of control because things got on my mind, on my brain, and then I got to thinking, you know what? There's probably a bunch of people out there who's probably done this before, where they lived a normal life, and somebody come by and picked on them because they assume that it's time to do that because excuse my messed up hairdo. But anyway, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Neither are you. I'm just saying, folks, if you're going to make something out of something, figure out what you got on yourself instead of what you got on others. Because it's not doing you no good. You're making yourself look stupid. But I mean, you think you got something on me, go ahead. But when you find out God is knocking on your door and God is saying, hey, I have to tell you something. Well, that mess you did with so-and-so the other day, where did you get that from? Where did you get that knowledge, that info? You didn't get it from nowhere. You made it up because you want to pick on somebody. A normal guy. I've seen guys before, can't hardly move right. They already had some health issues. Do you see them having fits like you seem to do about it? Because they've learned their lesson about how not to let that stuff get to them. And they've lived a normal life that way for a lot of years. And they didn't sit there and say, hey, man, you picked on me today. I think I'm going to do something today or tomorrow to show you my anger. Nope. Because you don't zero in on that mess. You kind of need to zero in on the mess that is truthfully there. You ain't doing right when you do that. And you know it as much as I do. Now you say, you spent how many hours talking about people making fun of folks? Maybe there's a point to this. And the point is that I'm a good guy. I made my mistakes in life. I corrected one mistake that I'm glad I corrected. And I am so glad of it. My love life. And I'm not going to be feeling guilty about that. Well, I do feel bad about my past choices in women. Like all good men who were naive to start with, they got with wrong people, and then finally that one woman who decides, and you decide, and the whole situation decides, and God decides that it's just the right one. And I got it that way now, and I'm not going to deny that it's a good thing. And I'm happy with it. If you have a problem with it, then why are you dealing with me? That's the thing I don't understand. Grown men will sit there and claim that romance and love in the right way is the best thing in the world. Then you get there, and if they don't see it like you see it, you're wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. All of a sudden now I'm wrong. What did I get wrong? Because I wasn't doing it the way you would have done it. You know what? I never asked your opinion about that. I only wanted you to know that it was going good for me. If you don't like what I'm doing, then don't be a part of my life. Because if you want to argue with me, then take it up with the devil. And tell the devil, I'd love to argue with this man. Can you help me argue some more with him? Can you help me fuss at him some more? But it seems like y'all have not got the point yet. Y'all have not got the point yet that the longer you sit there and rant and rave about stupid mess, the closer the devil gets to you to just get up in your face, right like my finger is in my face, and laugh. Ha 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 at you. And you can smell his stinking breath. And he's bad. And God done told you how many times, my sons and my daughters, have you thought about doing something for me today called getting a life that you could have with me if you would turn around and do as I said? I mean, God did not say you got to go find somebody that you're scared of or you're nervous about. He said, when I send him or her to you, be grateful to it. You won't be perfect all the time. You'll have your ups and downs, but they should be able to admit that. Excuse me, I turn this head around every so often. But you'll You'll have your ups and your downs. Don't think that that's going to be normal or not normal or however you put it. Just say it like this. Just say it like this. You will have your moments with your significant other that will make you question yourself as to, was this the right choice? But then you have them moments that make you have to go back and say, sorry, it was the right choice the whole time, and I just had to go through all this mess to get to that point. And I'm not the bearer of bad news, as some folks make you want to believe I am, but you got to understand, it ain't all about what you do or don't do. It's about what you should be doing versus what you shouldn't be doing. Not this, well, don't do this, well, don't do that. Just up like that, that's stupid. It's more like, well, okay, weigh it out. Well, what's your options? How do you feel about these things? And go with that. I mean, what is it with these people that you cannot talk to because they've done got their life all figured out, how they're supposed to live, eat, drink, sleep, and they never ask you a question about, hey man, your life's like this, my life's like this. Okay, do I do something wrong or do you do something wrong? Which one's worse? It's see, no one thinks that. They say, well, I don't like what you're doing, so you're wrong. Oh, I'm wrong because you don't like what I'm doing? You know what? It drives me mad to think that there are too many people out there doing too many things and they don't ask questions about, hey man, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you okay with God? Like, yeah, sure, I'm okay with God. Why? You got something going on that I don't know about me and God? Because if you do, go ahead and tell me. I want to hear the story because I'm pretty much out of the loop. I didn't know that there was such a problem here. So when God tells you what that situation is, run with it, go with it, live it. Don't be like that or saying live it. I never understood what that really meant. You was livid, livid. Well, you're already living, so how can you be livid? I don't, we use so many backwards words that don't make no sense, and it's just I don't know. But I think I've done a lot of things in my life I'm proud of, a lot of things I'm not, which I think we all have. And if you don't like me, that's your business. But don't act like, oh, well, you did these things and I don't like it, so you're wrong. I'm wrong because you don't like my lifestyle. Oh, well, I don't really think highly of a lot of lifestyles, but I don't sit there and talk trash about them. I figure if they don't like me, I don't like them. The lifestyle, not the person. One lifestyle can dislike another lifestyle. One lifestyle says, I'm the cool lifestyle. Another one says, no, I am. And then they argue and they fuss and they fight. And you get nowhere then. So take it from me. Don't let nothing get you down. And don't let nobody tell you there's something wrong with you if God's already decided, no, Jack, ain't nothing wrong with that dude. He's all right with me. And don't go to that point where you're sitting there saying, I'm not right, and why am I even alive? You say, I'm alive because God made me, and He made me for a purpose, and I must have not finished that purpose because I'm still alive, so I've got a reason to live. So you just have to live like that. And I know I spoke a long time, and I took up some time, and I know I sounded stupid, but a lot of times I go on and on about a subject because it hurts my feelings a lot that people just assume that they don't want to bother to find out you. They want to find out what they want you to be. So if they want you to be the crazy man, the dumb man, or whatever kind of man, you are that man today. They don't bother to ask you, hey man, can I talk to you? What's your name? Well, what do you do in life? I mean, they never ask you questions that could open the door to a friendship. They just judge you and say, yep, you're bad because you're different. Well, everybody's different, so what's that tell you? I sometimes wonder. I sometimes wonder if some folks just don't make fun of folks just to say they did it. Just to say, I made fun of someone. Well, that's wrong within itself. But that's your life if you want to ruin it like that. But you don't need to do it just for the sake of saying you did something. Now, I better let y'all go because I took up your time, but I just wanted to let you know, number one, don't pick on people because they're different. They have their health issues and they have that straightening out with God. Number two, is it really good for you or not to drink that bulletproof coffee? And number three, check people out more by asking questions that God wants you to ask them so possibly you can open the door to a friendship. Okay, now. So, that being said, I just thought that I started out with one subject and my mind just went off on something else. And also, this ain't even, I bet, but so what? It ain't even. At least I know it ain't. And I ain't gonna try to change me to please you. I'll change me if I need to please myself and God and someone else. Okay? So I've got to let y'all go. Have a nice evening and God bless you.